Welcome back from the ad break, and let's continue with our lesson. So we are going to answer the following questions without the use of a calculator. Remember, our focus now is numbers or powers that have a negative exponent. So we have number 1 there, 4 to the exponent negative 3. Do you remember what happens to a number when it has a negative exponent? It becomes a denominator, and we are going to have a 1 as a numerator. We have 4 to the exponent a positive 3, right? And that will give us 1 divided by 64. Let's look at our second one. We have 5 to the exponent negative 2. So that will become 1 divided by 5 squared. Our exponent is now positive. And we know that 5 squared is 25. So our answer is going to be 1 divided by 25. We have 1 divided by 6 to the exponent negative 2. Now, our denominator has the negative exponent. So what are we going to do? We are going to move it to the numerator, and it is going to multiply with whatever number is there in the numerator. We have our 1, and that is going to multiply with our 6, but now our exponent is positive. So that is going to be 1 multiplied by 6 squared. That is 1 multiplied by 36, and our answer is 36. Then we have 3 divided by 5 to the exponent negative 2. Do you know what the answer is going to be? Yes, you are correct. So we have the 3 as our numerator. It is going to multiply with the power that comes from the denominator. But now our exponent is going to be positive. That will give us 3 multiplied by 25. And that will give us an answer of 75. Let's look at the last one there. That is going to be 3 multiplied by 2 to the exponent negative 4. So the 2 to the exponent negative 4 needs to become a denominator for our exponent to be positive. So we have 3 divided by 2 to the exponent 4. So what will that become? That will be 3. And do you know what the answer is for 2 to the exponent 4? Yes, you are correct. It is 16. That will give us a final answer of 3 divided by 16. So let's move on to our next point in our concept map. And that is law number 6. Powers raised to an exponent 0. So remember, when we are talking about a power, we're talking about a number that has an exponent. And all numbers are powers, because they all have an exponent 1 if there is no exponent there. So if I have a to the exponent 0, my exponent is a 0. What is going to happen there? That will become a 1. So any number that has an exponent 0 is equal to 1. Let's look at some examples. We have the 6 to the exponent 0. What will that become? 1. Our next example is 2 to the exponent 7, and that power is raised to the exponent 0. So what is going to happen here? So we can apply law 6 to just say it is going to become 0. But to prove to yourself that this is true, we can go and apply the law that speaks about raising a power to a given exponent. So we know what's going to happen there. We are going to have 2 to the exponent 7 multiplied by 0. Remember, any number multiplied by 0 will become 0. So we actually have here 2 to the exponent 0. And what is any number raised to the exponent 0? Yes, our answer is going to be 1. So any number raised to the exponent 0 is 1, except for 0, of course. So let's look at a few more examples here. So we have 7 raised to the exponent 0. What is our answer? Yes, you are correct. It is 1. We have 3 squared to the exponent 0. So what is going to happen here? Remember, this power is our base and it is raised to the exponent 0. So what happens to the whole power? It will become a 1. We have 9 multiplied by 2 raised to the exponent 0. So you can apply the law that speaks about having a product raised to an exponent. Remember, each number, each factor is going to get that exponent. So we have 9 to the exponent 0 multiplied by 2 to the exponent 0. That simply gives us an answer of 1 multiplied by 1. And our final answer is still 1, to show that these laws mean the same thing or they work together. So we have there 6 to the exponent 6, and it is all raised to exponent 0. So remember, we can still apply our laws to say we are going to multiply the exponents since a power is raised to an exponent 0. Anything multiplied by 0 is 0, and any number to the exponent 0 is going to give us an answer of 1. Let's move on to calculations with all the exponent laws. So let's answer the following questions without the use of a calculator. We have there 5 squared multiplied by 5 to the exponent 6, and this is all divided by 5 to the exponent 9. We are going to say, because we have powers of the same base, this is going to lead us to add the exponents, which is going to give us 5 to the exponent 8 divided by 5 to the exponent 9. Do you remember what happens when we are dividing powers of the same base? Yes, we are going to say 5, and we are going to say 8 minus 9. We are subtracting a bigger number from a smaller number. Our answer is going to be negative. So our answer is a negative 1. And what happens when our exponent is negative? Our power will be a denominator, and we have 1 divided by 5 to the exponent 1. Our next example is 6 to the exponent 0 multiplied by 6 to the exponent 8 multiplied by 6 squared. We can simply say there 1, because anything to the exponent 0 is 1, and we are going to multiply this with 6 to the exponent 8, and because they have the same base, we are going to add the exponents. So that is going to be 1 multiplied by 6 to the exponent 10, and we are going to get an answer of 6 to the exponent 10. Of course, we could have just followed that first law to say, because we have the same base, I am going to add the exponents. That will give me 6 to the exponent 0 plus 8 plus 2, which still gives me an answer of 6 to the exponent 10. We still have the same answer, even though we follow different methods to solving our questions. Let's quickly go to an ad break, and then we'll see you just now for more questions.